Speaking test instructions. There are 8 tasks in speaking test. The speaking test is about 15 to 20 minutes. The speaking test is the last part of the CELPIP test. Sample answers for all the tasks are given after each task completes. Time is up. Start speaking now.
Honestly, that's a really tricky situation, and I get why your friend is torn. On one hand, promotions don't come around every day. It could mean better pay, more responsibility, and a big step forward for their career. Sometimes taking that kind of opportunity opens doors they wouldn't get otherwise. But moving to a city they don't like is a big deal. If they're not happy in the new environment, it could affect their mood, their social life, and even their motivation at work. I think they should look at the long-term picture. If this promotion leads to future opportunities that might eventually bring them back to a place they enjoy, it could be worth dealing with a less exciting city for a while. But if the job won't make up for the fact that they'd be miserable living there, then staying where they are might actually be the healthier choice. At the end of the day, success doesn't mean much if they're unhappy every day.
Time is up. Start speaking now.
A time when I had to change my opinion about something important was during a major project at my previous job. At first, I strongly believed that our team should stick to our traditional workflow because it had always produced reliable results. However, a new team member recommended switching to a more modern, automated system. I dismissed the idea initially because I assumed it would be complicated and time-consuming to learn. But during a meeting, she demonstrated how the new system could reduce our workload and improve accuracy. I realized that my resistance was based more on habit than logic. After trying a small pilot project, I saw immediate benefits. Tasks that used to take hours were finished in minutes. Eventually, our whole team adopted the new system, and productivity increased significantly. This experience taught me that holding on to old methods just because they feel familiar can limit growth. Sometimes, being open-minded and willing to adapt leads to better results for everyone.
Time is up. Start speaking now.
This picture shows a peaceful and sunny day at the beach. In the foreground, there is a young woman sitting comfortably on the sand. She is wearing a light-colored shirt, denim shorts, and a wide-brimmed hat that protects her from the sun. She looks very relaxed and happy as she smiles at her phone, maybe reading a message or watching something enjoyable. Behind her, the beach stretches out with smooth sand and gentle waves rolling toward the shore. The ocean water is a beautiful shade of blue, and the sky is clear with only a few light clouds, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. There are no other people visible in the frame, which makes the scene feel very calm and quiet, almost like she has the whole beach to herself. Overall, the image captures a peaceful moment of someone enjoying a break, connecting with her phone while soaking in the beauty of the seaside.
Time is up. Start speaking now.
In the next few minutes, the woman will probably finish checking her phone and maybe decide to take a few photos of the beach, especially since the weather looks perfect. She might also stand up and walk closer to the water to feel the waves or enjoy the cool breeze. If she's waiting for someone, that person may arrive soon, and they could go for a walk together along the shoreline. She might also put her phone away and simply relax, enjoying the peaceful environment and listening to the sound of the waves. As the afternoon continues, more people may arrive at the beach to enjoy the sunshine, but for now, she seems to be enjoying a quiet and refreshing moment by herself.
Time is up. Start speaking now.
I understand that sticking with regular electricity and simply trying to use less power seems like the easier option, but I think installing the EcoSolar home system is a far better long-term decision. When we rely on the traditional power grid, our bills constantly fluctuate, and even if we reduce usage, the total savings are minimal. Plus, electricity prices tend to rise every few years, so we never have real control over our costs. With the EcoSolar system, we're making a one-time investment that pays us back for decades. It reduces monthly bills by around 60%, and because it comes with a 20-year warranty, we know the system will perform reliably. It also increases the value of the home, which is a financial benefit we don't get from simply trying to cut back on electricity. While the upfront cost is high, the long-term stability, environmental impact, and predictable savings make this option much smarter and more sustainable than relying on the grid.
Time is up. Start speaking now.
Hi, I need to tell you something serious that just happened. While sending out the final report, I accidentally attached the confidential financial document and sent it to the wrong external recipient. I realized the mistake only a few minutes later, and I immediately double-checked the email logs to confirm what happened. I understand the gravity of this error, and I take full responsibility. Here's what I'm doing right away. I've already contacted the recipient to request that they delete the message without opening the attachment. I also sent them a follow-up note reminding them that the information is confidential and asking them to confirm once it's removed. In addition, I'm prepared to notify our IT and compliance team in case any formal steps are required. I want to reassure you that I will learn from this and will implement a stricter double-check process before sending any sensitive files in the future. I'm truly sorry for the mistake, and I'll handle every part of the response carefully. Hi, I'm reaching out because there was an urgent mistake in an email I sent you a few minutes ago. I accidentally attached a confidential company document that was not meant for you, and I want to sincerely apologize for the confusion. To protect the information, I'm requesting that you please delete the email immediately without opening the attachment. The file contains sensitive internal data, and it was sent to you by accident due to an autocomplete error in my email system. I would really appreciate it if you could confirm once the message and attachment have been completely removed from your inbox and your trash folder. If you've already opened it, please let me know as soon as possible so we can handle this properly. Thank you so much for your understanding. I truly appreciate your cooperation in helping us correct this mistake quickly.
Time is up. Start speaking now.
I believe countries should rely on a balanced approach, but overall, international trade is more beneficial than trying to produce everything domestically. First of all, international trade allows countries to specialize in what they do best. For example, some countries are more efficient in agriculture, while others excel in technology or manufacturing. Specialization leads to better quality products and lower costs for consumers. Secondly, international trade strengthens global relationships. When countries depend on each other economically, they are more likely to cooperate politically and avoid conflicts. This interdependence creates stability and promotes peace. However, I do understand the concern that relying too much on foreign products can make a country vulnerable during global crises. That's why I believe countries should still develop key industries, such as healthcare supplies and energy, to maintain a level of independence. To sum up, while self-sufficiency is important in certain areas, international trade overall brings more opportunities, better products, and stronger global connections. A balanced approach is the smartest strategy for long-term growth.
Time is up. Start speaking now.
I'm looking at a dramatic and incredibly realistic scene captured somewhere in the Arctic. In the center of the image, there's a huge orca leaping powerfully out of the water. Its body is angled upward, and you can see the splash beneath it, which makes the moment feel very alive and full of motion. The orca's black and white coloring contrasts sharply with the cold, blue water surrounding it. To the left side of the image, there's an old, weathered ship slowly moving across the sea. It looks like a research or fishing vessel, and its faded paint and rusted edges give the impression that it has been traveling through harsh conditions for a long time. Behind the scene, there's a line of tall, snow-covered mountains. The peaks are glowing softly with the warm light of either sunrise or sunset, which adds a calm and beautiful atmosphere to the otherwise cold environment. What makes this image so striking is the combination of raw wilderness and human presence. The orca seems powerful and free, while the ship looks small in comparison. It's a moment that reminds you of how vast nature is, and how incredible it is to witness something so majestic in such a remote place.